guys, it's Anastasia again and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all having a gorgeous day. So let me just start off this video by saying how funny I think it is that my background is what it is, because what I'm seeing could not be further from what you guys are seeing. Honestly, it looks like some sort of terrifying creature was unleashed upon my room because it's just terrifying. The reason for this is actually the topic of this video, so if you're curious to learn the story of why my room is in its present state of chaos, as well as if you're interested to hear sort of a framework for how you can approach tackling your dreams and your goals, then please keep watching. So using my room as an example of a goal and a means to achieving it, so to speak, basically, I've been pretty dissatisfied with my content on my YouTube channel lately, and just basically like my content across other social media, like Instagram especially, Instagram and YouTube, because I felt like my aesthetic within my content hasn't really been reflecting my own aesthetic or my own style. And the reason that I want to change it is because my tastes and my style are very much an important part of me, and there's something that I want to share with you guys, and I do share it through Tumblr or Pinterest. But the thing with like Tumblr and Pinterest is that it's much easier when you have the entire internet at your disposal to be able to curate images from, you know, all different styles and find the ones you like and put them together in a way that portrays your aesthetic. But when it's a platform where you're producing your own content, it's much harder. This might sound really silly, but I think it's important because, you know, for example, when someone comes across your channel or clicks on your videos, it's like they're entering your world, you know, and everything that you propose to them, even if it's just non-verbal cues like the background or the colors you use, or, you know, all of these different details that make up an aesthetic, like all of those things still communicate information about you, and they tell the viewer what you're about, and it's, again, you know, it's a whole aesthetic experience, and it's an opportunity to connect with the viewer. I want my content to, you know, send as many cozy and positive vibes as possible. And I think that by failing to, you know, be truthful with my tastes and things like that in the content that I produce, it's almost it is. It's like a dishonesty in a way, by accident, because say for example I really love elephants, right? And there is an elephant in my room, and when you come across my video and you see that elephant in the room, or multiple elephants or whatever, and you really like elephants, you'll be like, hey, but, you know, say I love elephants, but all my room has are like pictures or sculptures or whatever of giraffes and owls and various nocturnal creatures, then you might come across my channel and you might love elephants, and I might love elephants, but, you know, because I have other creatures in my room, we'll never be able to connect over that fact. It's actually like that Shel Silverstein poem where, you know, like the two people like pass by each other and they're both blue on the inside or something, but like they disguise themselves with like a public facade. So like though they both connect, they, through that dishonesty, that like outward aesthetic dishonesty, they miss the fact that they could have bonded to create a better channel, like create a better experience for the people that are watching my videos, like you guys, and having a space that reflects my aesthetic where I'm like comfortable filming videos and like showing you guys like the entire contents of the space and what have you. Like that's basically the thing that will get me to that goal of better content. Okay, so now you guys like have a better understanding of like the goal, the example goal for this video. So what's been preventing me from like reaching that goal of having a beautiful space and creating better content? I've never been happy with my room because when like me and my sister lived here, it's a really small space, and we never actually like had an opportunity to decorate it or to pick out furniture we liked, or yeah, basically like to decorate it. Like it remained undecorated for as long as I've lived here. The doors are chestnut and ugly and peeling, and like the walls are this baby pink and the carpet is pink, and it's not, you know, this gorgeous architectural like French paneled space, and I don't have white desks and like white gorgeous bed, like intricately like I don't have an intricately carved headboard or like a canopy, or I don't know, all these different things that I really like in like interior decor. so what if I like don't live in a place that has exactly the perfect, you know, backdrops, or like so what if I'm not traveling to Paris right now like to shoot with gorgeous Paris in the background, or so what if like my room isn't perfect. So recently I've reached a point where I realized those are all excuses. Like, sure, circumstances are not ideal for my videos, but if I can imagine what I want my content to look like, if I can imagine what I want my background to look like, or the style that I like, if I can analyze things that I enjoy and like break them down to their various components and visualize what I want, there's absolutely no way I can't make it happen. The way I could make that happen is by committing 100%. So the first step that I think will bring you to achieving your goals or your dreams is to commit 100%. One of my favorite films is called Wicker Park, and there's a line in it where one of the characters says to another, you know, the thing with acting, Alex, is you just have to commit. Otherwise, you're just a phony. And if you've seen Wicker Park, which if you haven't, I definitely recommend it. It's an amazing film, I think. A lot of people criticize it. I like it a lot. But the thing is, like, Alex takes that advice and basically takes it to the extreme. She commits to the point of no return, basically. But I think that's such amazing advice, because like if you truly want something, you can't just like commit 1/4 of the way. You can't just commit halfway. Like, you have to fully commit. I think that we tend to know when we're not like committing 100% to something. Committing, like fully committing, is really hard. And even giving like just a portion of that commitment and working just a fraction of the whole way there is still really hard and takes a lot of energy. We tend to like pick the easiest way to get where we want, or like the least taxing or the least energy the one that takes up the least amount of energy. I forget the word right now, but you know, like, and that satisfies our like inner determination, because you're like, I'm working really hard, like I'm working towards my goals. Speaking like in terms of myself, like it's even if I'm working really hard, it usually like I could work even harder, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to give your all to everything. If you're working hard, like you can get by. If your goal is to get really healthy or to get really fit, for example, if you cut out white bread or like white rice or processed foods of some sort, like you will definitely see results. But the thing with that is that you'll probably reach a point when you hit a plateau. You'll probably feel really frustrated because you're like, I'm working so hard, I'm exercising, I've cut out these unhealthy foods that I really love, and I'm still not really getting to like my ultimate goal. And it's really frustrating. But the thing is that usually when you are honest with yourself and you assess like what you're doing and what versus what you could be doing. So for example, you're eating really healthy, but you're still eating like avocado on whole grain toast like twice a day, and you're avoiding all really nutritious vegetables that you really need to be healthy. Once you actually analyze what you're doing, you realize that you're not actually committing 100% of the way. So I think the next step to getting on your way to achieving your goals or your dreams is to visualize. If you can visualize something, if you can imagine like in your mind's eye, I'm sorry I say like so many times, by the way, just putting that out there, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you can visualize something, if you can imagine in your mind's eye what it looks like, you can absolutely get there. Because once you have an image to work towards, you can analyze it and you can break it down to its parts or to the steps necessary to take to recreate that image in reality. So to go back to the example of my room, my ideal decor for my room would be white and airy and like basically a room that looks like a cloud with like metallic accents and layers upon layers of like different textured whites, so that it feels really cozy and glowy and very simple and minimalistic and romantic. So I have all these gorgeous examples on Pinterest if you're curious, in like a board called Recluse. Recluse? I can't pronounce that word. But I have an idea of exactly what I like, and I know how to get there. Like, I know what I would need to change in order to get to that dream space where I could film better quality videos. The third, I tried to go the third, and then like my rings are way too big. So this happens. There you go. So the third step to getting on the way to achieving your goals or your dreams is to take action. As I've said, once you have an image or like a vision broken down and analyzed, you could figure out what baby steps you could take in order to get there. That's like the main part of it, I think, is like being able to have the final vision, the final image of what you want, and understanding that it will take baby steps to get there. Like, there is no one giant leap of faith. Very often, it's a lot of very small steps that culminate in a journey to getting there. In my case, so again, my pillow just fell. In my example, like, I know that I want a beautiful white space, so what in my room isn't white, you know? My walls, okay, I can repaint my walls, I can sand my doors, my closet door and my room door, and repaint them white. I can sell the desk that I have and buy one that fits the aesthetic. I can spray paint my jewelry chests white. I can get rid of anything that I don't love and I don't need that doesn't fit in my room, and basically put it to a better use or give it to someone or sell it or donate it and declutter my space. And you know, so you kind of get the example, like basically rearranging everything in order to fit my goal. Now this brings us to the final step in achieving your goals or your dreams, and that is to believe in yourself, to have faith and confidence in your own abilities and in your future. Now, the awesome thing about this last component is that if you do the above steps, that faith and that confidence is basically built in, because I've mentioned before that like when you're not giving something your full all, you tend to subliminally know it deep down, like you can kind of, you know, and you never fully feel positive about the outcome because there's that like risk, you know, like what if this won't work out? What if I should have been working harder? So if you are committing 100%, if you're putting all of your energy towards something, if you're visualizing the end result, which enables you to figure out exactly what steps you need to take to get to that end result, if you're doing all of those things and then taking action, like after those first few steps, then you will be confident, you will be positive, because it sounds really painful, like, you know, committing is really hard and like taking action drains your energy or whatever, but it's actually the opposite, because when you're doing all of those things, it just inspires you. Like, it's, you know, taking those steps becomes really fun because you know that it's getting you closer to where you really want to be. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a gorgeous day. I'm actually currently in the process of revamping, redecorating, and pretty much and that